Well, welcome everybody to our Tuesday night Heat Team Call. This is our all Heat Team Call. My name is Lisa Blaisdell. I'm in Southern California, and I am so excited to welcome you guys on this Tuesday, November the 28th. It's hard to believe we are looking at the end of the year, and I'm just feeling so privileged and honored to introduce someone who is a very special leader in our company, who is just going to share abundantly with us tonight, who is on fire with her business and has quite a story. So I'm going to get right to it and introduce Wendy. Wendy is a national marketing director, and she lives, do you still live in Maryland, Wendy? I thought you lived in Ohio.
I'm from Maryland. I live in Virginia.
You live in Virginia. Okay. That wasn't clear. So Wendy is, you guys, you ready for this? She is a homeschooling mom of 6 children. And she was actually pregnant with her 5th child when she heard about Juice Plus. So now she has one in college, and she has proudly watched her oldest graduate from college and get a job on Capitol Hill. That is very exciting. Her family is very busy and active. They have lots of interests, and they also enjoy a lot of time together outdoors at their lake home in the country, which sounds beautiful. And I know all of us just treasure the memories that we have with our families. So that must be incredible for you. Wendy made National Marketing Director in 2010 and was nominated for 12 Club of the Year. Everything seemed to be going so well, but then things began to unravel, and she had to find a whole new why. Years later, she made one of the best decisions of her life to be all in, and that changed everything. Momentum started, and she jumped 75 qualifiers in 2 years, promoted 3 national marketing directors, received 2 more Elton nominations, and won 12 Club of the Year. This past conference in Indiana, and for those of us who were there, we watched this happen, she made 100 Club, and she promoted her 4th NMD, and she and 2 of her rock star NMDs won, not just was nominated, but won 3 out of the 4 Elton Achievement Awards. And Wendy's achievement is 39 Club Member of the Year, and that is the highest honor that the company gives out to a leader, other than the Founder Award, which is given specifically by Jay. So it's a huge, huge honor to receive that award. Wendy says, one of my greatest joys in life is helping people to thrive physically, relationally, financially, and to dream big and make it happen. So Wendy, thank you so, so much. I am going to turn this right over to you.
Thank you, Lisa, for that sweet introduction, and thank you to the Cottons for having me a part of this team call. And it's just a real privilege whenever I get to share my story, because my hope is that when you look at me, you will see that, okay, if she can do this, I can do it too. And I'm going to screen share. I'm hoping that my internet connection will be stable enough for you to see, okay, host disabled attendee screen sharing. So maybe if you could,
Nikki will fix that.
Enable screen sharing for me.
Yeah,
I'll be able to do that. And I'd love to just kind of walk you through a little bit about my journey. Okay, great. Helping. Ready? Okay, let's see. Host disabled. Okay. If we get that, I'm going to screen share. If not, then we will just, I'm going to share what's happened along my journey, that hopefully some of these key principles with mindset and activity are going to really inspire you. And maybe you'll bring some takeaways that will help you to see some things that you can incorporate no matter where you are, whether you're brand new, maybe you've been around for a long time and you're happy where you are, or maybe you're ready to kick it up another notch and start dreaming big. But my hope is that you're going to look at what we do as a mission of a lifetime, filled with incredible opportunity. So let's see. Were you enabled screen sharing for me?
She still can't get it, Nikki.
I'm working on it. I'm going to settings. It always works, but something got switched, so I'm working on it.
It's all right.
I'll let you know.
Okay, great. All right. So as she said, I have 6 kids. I'm a wife and mom. My oldest has graduated college and is on her own. And yet I still have kids homeschooling, and we've been homeschooling now, I think, for 18 years. It's a long time. And I'm an only child. So the fact that I have 6 kids and have been able to live such an abundant life has been wonderful. And, I have never had to work outside the home, which I'm very grateful for. And I really didn't need one more thing to do in my life. You see, I've always, since I started having kids, I've been passionate about nutrition. And I was actually trying to teach people how to be healthier through a lifestyle and nutrition for years, over a decade, when I learned about Juice Plus. And it totally made sense to me because I had been working really hard to eat lots of fruits and vegetables and feed my family well. And then I thought I was healthy. I really did. But once I learned about Juice Plus, it totally made sense. I wanted to get it into my body immediately and started telling others before I even had a chance to place my own order. And once I got Juice Plus into my body, I could not believe how good I felt. And I realized for the first time in my life that I think I really felt great. And okay, screen share now. Got it. All right, here we go. It still says host disabled attendee screen sharing when I try to screen share, but if we get it, we'll get it. All right. So what I did was I started sharing, and it was just very exciting for me to be able to help others that I cared about. And what I didn't realize was that I was going to see some profound changes in the people that I loved and cared about. And one of those the first person to ever order Juice Plus from me outside of my own family was my mom. She was incredibly supportive. And the neat thing about her was for 10 years, I had been trying to get her to be healthy, to eat healthy, to take care of herself. And she just didn't really want to have anything to do with it. But she suffered, and I watched her for years and years and years suffer with terrible, debilitating pain. She was on lots of medicines. When I started Juice Plus 12 years ago, she was 64 years old and could hardly walk up the stairs. And so months after she started Juice Plus, I went to visit her, and I was standing at the bottom of the stairs, and I said, "Mom, how are you doing?" And she lit up like a Christmas tree, and she jogged up the stairs like a teenager and jogged back down and said, "Oh my goodness, I have so much energy. I feel amazing. I was pitching pine straw in the yard like a man for hours yesterday. I don't know what to do with myself. And I don't even know if I can keep doing this Juice Plus stuff because I feel so good." Of course, she was teasing me because she had been taking 8 extra strength Tylenol a day. She carried that big bottle of extra strength Tylenol in her purse everywhere she went, and was on all kinds of medicines. And so I got to watch my mom thrive. She was so excited. And it was at that moment that I had a light bulb moment. And maybe some of you can relate to this within your own story, where I realized that I had a moral and ethical obligation to tell anyone and everyone that I could about Juice Plus. Because I had been trying to teach people for years how to be healthy, but only a handful would even try. And so it was just remarkable what, screen share's still not working for me, Nikki. I'm sorry. I'm trying. But anyway, I just, it was so fun for me. So then I began to get passionate. The really neat thing was that for years I had been praying for a family ministry because we were a homeschool family. I was home all the time. I rarely got to leave the house unless we were like going to the grocery store or to church because it was just too much. We had all these little people, and it was easier to be home. And so what happened was I had prayed for a family ministry. I never dreamed that it would come in a form like this, really where we could make such incredible impact and have no limit to the impact that we could create. And it was just, I began to get so excited about my ability to help others. And so more and more people were wanting to start Juice Plus and then join the journey, this mission to share Juice Plus. And my team just started growing. And my husband, he is an entrepreneur. He is a commercial builder, and he builds big buildings. So we were set financially. He was doing great. We were actually living in Virginia and Florida, traveling back and forth most every month for his business. And with all these little kids in tow, having babies, And I didn't need one more thing to do, but I was so excited about this opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others. So I remember one time I wanted to go to conference early on, and it was just a really busy time. And my husband says, I just don't know that this is going to work. And I was so discouraged. And I contacted my upline leader and I said, he doesn't want me to go. And she said, that's okay. She said, you just join the Comma Club and he'll let you go. And for those of you that don't know what the Comma Club is, that means when you get a comma in your paycheck, you are in the Comma Club. And ladies, that will get your husband's attention. It really will. And so that's what I did. And, my husband was incredibly supportive. But it wasn't until the recession started to hit that he started to see an alarming trend within his own business. And so he decided that he was going to attend a conference with me. And it was huge. So if you have been in this business and never gotten your significant other, your spouse, to go to a conference, I really encourage you to do that because it will change everything for you. So that's what we did. We went to conference. He saw the integrity of the company. He saw the medical presence, the research, the stories of the national marketing directors, the people who had gotten to that top level, and just plugged into the tried and proven system and created great things. And then he realized that corporate benefits package could be really good for our family and really important if for some reason things didn't work out for him. So we came back from that conference and he said, Wendy, this is an incredible opportunity. We can do this. And I said, I know. And he said, we need to do this. I'm like, okay. And so we became more intentional. And we got to that top position around the time when he had to close down his company. And we had put tremendous money, time, energy, resources. It could have been a terribly devastating time for our family, but it really wasn't, because we now have that corporate benefits package. We had that medical insurance. We had a check that was growing in a recession, and he just came home. We were schooling our kids together, growing our business, and everything was great until let's see if this is going to work. Oh, it's going to work. I can screen share now. Very good. Here we go. All right. Let's see, I'm going to click through some of these slides so you can see quickly. I'm thinking. Here we go. This is my family when I started in 2005. This is what my kids look like. And when I made National Marketing Director in 2010, you can see how big they were. And this picture at the bottom is a more recent photo of my kids. So they've really been on this journey with me. So when I made National Marketing Director, I went through a time, where things were just kind of steady. And I don't know what happened. I had two key leaders who, one had to totally step out of the business and one, just really step back. And it really threw me for a loop. But here's one of the things that I've learned, that we can look at our obstacles and we can turn them into opportunities. And I just want you to, I hope you can see this diagram here. People think that success is this steady uphill climb, where you work hard and you keep moving forward and you just climb straight to success, and then everything's, an uphill climb. But really, in reality, if you talk to any successful entrepreneurs, it looks more like the diagram on the right. And it's kind of this topsy-turvy roller coaster, all over the place kind of journey. So it's so important for people to understand that successful people have to fail forward. We have to get good at overcoming obstacles. And so that's what I decided to do. I decided to have my obstacles in my eye. I looked at them as an opportunity, and it was a total mind shift for me. So one day, I realized that maybe some of you could think about this. Picture the most amount of money you've ever made in a single year. So get that number in your head, and I want you to think about that number. All right, now double that number. Most people put limits on themselves, and they think that doubled number is probably the most I could ever earn. If I were to succeed in this business, maybe, just maybe, I could get to that level of earning twice the amount in 1 year that I've ever earned. And I realized that I was really limiting myself and limiting what I felt like God wanted for me. And so I just decided that I was not going to allow myself to have that limited thinking, but I was going to change my mindset to that of abundance and to focus on what I needed to do to make my dreams happen. One day during my quiet time in the morning, and this is a picture here on the left of me on my dock. This is my view from my house on my lake. And I really felt like God was saying to me, Wendy, you are going to pay for college for your six children out of the increase in your Juice Plus earnings. And I thought, oh, wow, that scares me a little bit because that's a lot of money. I just thought, you know how a lot of times we'll go into that place of, but I've got, this is the busiest time. My kids' schedules are crazy. My husband started a new company. I don't know how I'm going to do this and fit in the time. Like, that's where my mind wanted to go. And I'm like, I just stopped myself and I said, no, we are going to, I'm doing this. I'm all in. I'm going to do everything that I can to make this happen. And so that's what I did. I decided that I really needed to focus on personal growth, to be equipped better, to serve more people. And so I really did try to dig into different areas of my life and where I needed to improve, where I was weak, where my strengths were, to try to hone in and make myself stronger. And so I would just encourage you, if you're not reading and filling yourself up with things that are going to help you to become a better person, I would encourage you to start considering doing that, because it really is a worthy investment for your time, and it will pay in huge dividends if you consider doing that. All right, so here's another thing, just to piggyback on what I was saying about mindset. When you look at the middle, this is where most people, this diagram said 98% of people stay within the comfort zone. This is where they're kind of, moving along in life. Kind of, some people will say, yeah, I'm surviving, I'm getting by. Usually there's a lot of fear and insecurity, playing it safe, procrastination, regret, and settling for less. Well, you as an entrepreneur have just the world at your feet and so much opportunity within this Juice Plus mission. And I would encourage you to get uncomfortable. Get comfortable with getting uncomfortable, because that is where the magic happens. So 2% of the population, or a very small percent, are living outside that comfort zone. They're willing to do things that maybe they're not comfortable with, to really set goals and dream big. And embrace the unknown, explore new things, go for fulfillment, act in spite of fear, learn to move through that. And you really will get so much more out of life. And when you think about the things that you're most proud of in your own life, aren't they the times when you really had to work for something? Well, I just would encourage you to just kind of think about this and think about where you are. Are you in the comfort zone? Do you need to work hard on getting outside of that circle? I think that it could really be a breakthrough for you. Okay, now here is where the rubber meets the road. And I love the saying, consistency creates miracles. Both of these I attribute to hearing first from David Beavers. If you'll do for 5 years what most people will never do, you'll have what most people will never have in life. And I have learned that what separates the average person from the highly successful is a vigilant DMO. And if you don't know what DMO stands for, it's daily method of operation, or daily method of opportunity. And this is where we need to focus on high income producing activities to create success. And with what we do, it's all about relationships and talking to as many people as you can. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But if I were to follow you around this week or next week and watch you each day, the way you spend your time, what you do with your time, would I see that you're serious about what you're doing? Would I see that that you have big goals, that you're going after it, and you are being very protective of your time building your business and very intentional. What does your calendar look like? So think about that, because there may be some opportunity for you to improve in those areas. Now, one of the tools that we use a lot is mission-driven model, and I'm not going to have time to go through all of this, but really this is kind of like a one-stop shop for everything that you need to help somebody get started being a distributor within our company and just be equipped to do everything that they need to do to be successful. And we want to set people up for success. If you don't know the web address, it's www.missiondrivenmodel.info. Now, when we get someone started, we want them to know about the Fast Track program to sales coordinator and the different steps. And we're just helping them step upon step. But when we do a welcome call with a new team member, we want to cast vision for how simple this system is, how they can earn $1,600 in bonus money in 6 months or less. The company gives us 6 months, but we've had people on our team do it as quickly as 38 days. That's not common, but it's certainly a possibility for those people that want to move fast, that have big goals. And we're there for them. Where else in life do you have an opportunity where people say to you, what are your goals and dreams? We're here to help you. There's a system in place that's tried and proven, and we will walk through this with you every step of the way. And so if you go to Mission Driven Model, there's little videos that explain each step, and it just helps you. It's so simple, step upon step. One of the things that I want to highlight is where we really want to help build a very strong business. And if we help people to build a strong paycheck more quickly, then they're going to fall in love with this and want to stay around. So, if you take a trio, a garden, orchard, and vineyard of capsules, and we can help someone to get to 24 trios as quickly as possible, they are going to be earning, as a virtual franchisee, $376 a month. But once they get to sales coordinator, that turns into $458. That creates a qualified business. You are impacting a community of families when you do that. What also will happen is you will have more people that are going to fall in love with Juice Plus and want to join this mission with you. But look at how it jumps up so beautifully once you hit sales coordinator and you've got 40 trio customers. And with 40 trio customers, you're earning $763 every month, residual income. And you will have so many people falling in love with Juice Plus. If you do great customer care, they will be joining your team and you will be building beautifully. So we want to make sure that they're focused on this activity. One of the things that's been going around neatly, that's new, that has been going around, an idea is, if someone's a visual person, help them to learn about getting customer qualified, which means with 24 trios of their own, their business will be a qualified business, which earns extra bonus money, 5% on your team when that happens. And you can help them to put these notes out and make it visual and put names on them so that they know what their goals are to hit that 24 mark. And then once they do that, we want them to get to 40. Once they get to 40, they're going to be signing up new team members on a regular basis. And then really 5 trios a month is going to help them have a really rock solid paycheck, a rock solid business. And if you want to do goals for new team members, that's where the black is down here above. But this is just a fun little thing that might be encouraging to some people to have a visual reminder. We want people to get connected. Our team uses Voxer. It helps us to be very efficient and effective and build relationships with our team members and help them to feel supported. We do welcome calls with every new team member with their upline national marketing director, and then we get them connected on the Facebook community because we have a group for our customers and one for our distributors. This is just a screenshot of some celebrations of people that had different promotions, and we want them to feel celebrated. There's so many people reach out and that will encourage them when they have promotions. Here's some examples of our customer Facebook group of stories. We even have people sharing stories about children. So this is super exciting, and you all probably have something similar, but this is something that we've done. It really does help us build community. We've also worked very hard to have people work on sharing their stories from the heart. I feel like in the older days, we used to kind of be boring with our stories and it was more head level. And now we really want people to share from their heart so that their passion for why they love Juice Plus is coming out, and people can hear that. They can see those strong words of what this has meant to them, and that has really made a big difference for us. And we share those at events a lot. We have all kinds of resources on the mission-driven model to help you craft your story. If you don't feel great about it and can share it, in a short, brief way, in about 30 seconds for your product story or a minute for your product and business story together, then you should get help to do that. We also want people to be very connected with why they're doing this and to ask themselves, is my life thriving? What do I want to change in my life? And help them realize that we have a vehicle to make that happen. And so we like to try to walk them through this activity, help them to try to dream. And these resources are on Mission Driven Model. I don't have time to go through them in depth, but how to goal set and then how to take action. What do you need to do to take action towards those goals? What are you, what time are you willing to put in these different life areas? And what are you going to give up? Let's face it, a lot of us waste a lot of time doing things that really aren't even important. When you look back and realize, how much time have I wasted watching TV or whatever? What could I do with that time that might make a difference for my future? These are just some great examples of events are big, and we try to do all types of events, from Facebook to wine and wellness, salad in a jar, potlucks, you name it, we do it. And there's all the resources for planning that. We try to get new people to schedule about 3 events or plug into what's happening locally or on Freedom Revolution calls or friends and family calls or Facebook parties so that we can set them up for success. We're helping them learn to go through a memory jogger. But, the bottom line is we want them talking to people and following up. We want them to be comfortable posting with social media. We try to teach them right from the get-go how to do that, to build curiosity. This was a picture my daughter took of me around our pool with my tower garden. It got so much traffic and really results from that. Another one of my leaders who's going for national marketing director, this is her office in the bubble bath. Hello. Do you think that's going to get attention from people? So get creative. And we love to use social media. We also, potlucks, I have built my business on potlucks. And we just have fellowship and fun, and we're sharing stories, both product and business stories, and it makes all the difference in the world. If you build it, they will come. This is something that consistently I do month after month after month. Okay. Next, if you are wanting to know how to follow up, all these resources are on the Mission Driven Model, and really, truly, the fortune is in the follow-up. And I want you to note down here from the book Go for No, 60% of all customers say no 4 times before saying yes. I think by the 8th exposure, 80% will say yes, or something ridiculous like that. So don't give up on people. Don't give up on people. One of my newest NMDs, it took me a year to get her to say yes. This is another form that you can use to help you to schedule your week. What are you going to do with your time? So ask yourself, what do I want? When do I want to do it? When do I want to have it? And what am I willing to do to get it? And then you need to plan your week. I suggest people take on Sunday night or Monday morning 15, 20, 30 minutes to plan your week and mark it all in. You can do this digitally on your phone or your computer, or you can, if you're a paper person, the forms are on Mission Driven Model, but you have to have a plan and stick to that plan. I would encourage you to share that with your upline leaders, because what we do in this business is we build relationships. We take people from prospect to customer to raving fan to team member to on fire to team member and to story changer. And, it's all about a series of exposures. And the person that has the most exposures, and the bigger the exposure, whether it's a a connection call, a regional event, a boot camp, or a conference. The bigger the event, the bigger the belief. And we want to continue to guide people through those series of exposures and building those relationships and focusing on building dream team. You get to choose the people that you get to do life with. And I try to share that from the very beginning welcome call, with our new team members. Who are those people that you really want to have in your life for decades to come? Who do you want to do life with? Who do you respect and admire? And I encourage them to start having conversations right away to try to see if they're interested in joining their team. And, ask yourself, are you attracting people? Are you regularly meeting new people? And, are you utilizing your relationship capital to build your business? You need to get bold, you need to get excited, and you need to go after people that you respect and admire. Another thing that we have used a lot is connection calls, because this is where I can get to my people's people and build an empire really with Juice Plus, an army of people that are out there sharing and caring and helping other people. And it is so much fun. And I tell you, I invest a lot of my time doing this because that's where we help people to move forward. All about how to do connection calls. And I would encourage you to look at a mission-driven model for that and how to share your business story. And so what we do is we really invite like crazy for events. And we invite until it's time to show up. We focus on our guests and we have a great time building community, because these long-term relationships will create long-term success. And I have had leadership retreats for my leaders, and we just do lots of fun celebrating and life memories that really have bonded us together. And I think this makes a very big difference. And you just remember that what we do is we're helping people one step at a time to have success. And we can cast vision that if they do that and they help bring their buddies along with them and they're working towards sales coordinator, the neat thing is it only takes 5 people to get to national marketing director, to get to that top level. And so I would encourage you to think about this no matter where you are. I mean, my long-term goal is to have at least 5 national marketing director legs with multiple levels of NMDs. That I'm dreaming big. I have big dreams and goals, but it only takes 5 sales coordinators to get you to that top level. And so when we have people that achieve big accomplishments, we celebrate big. And I have to tell you that I'm just going to be a few more minutes. The Elton Awards, if you don't know what this is, you have to get there. And the way to get there is by having a 12-club business or above. And that means, remember how we talked about having 24 trios? You want to help 12 other people. And really, if you help 3 who help 3, you're going to get there. And so I was able to finally start having recently more team going with me. And we the ladies, we went gown shopping. We made it a big celebration. And what happened, not this year, but last year was, I was so excited because I had 2 of my teammates were nominated, one for 12 Club Rookie of the Year and the other for 12 Club of the Year. And I thought my heart was going to pound out of my chest and I was going to pass out. I was so excited because it is one thing when you achieve something great, but when you get to help your teammates to do that, it is just one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do in your life. And then I was nominated for a 39 Club. I could not believe it. So exciting. Well, guess what? This year, if you look down in the bottom right-hand corner, those are all of my 12 Club team members, 12 Club or above team members. And we had so much fun. If you can see that top picture, we were dancing on stage with the band and laughing so hard. We were having a great time. Well, guess what? I was floored because Jennifer Saville was 12 Club Rookie of the Year, then Stephanie Getz was 24 Club Member of the Year, and then I was nominated again and won 39 Club of the Year. And I have to say, it was one of those surreal experiences where, you know, I was so proud of my teammates who had worked so hard and got to celebrate that. And then for me to be honored amongst my peers and the people that I respect most in this company truly was overwhelming. And, you know, it's just been an incredible journey. But really, I want to also tell you that if you don't know what the 39 Club Retreat is, this is another thing as you build your business. Once you get to NMD, you get to go. It's an all-expense paid retreat in the spring before conference where you go with other 39 Club and above national marketing directors. And it is like a pinch me, I'm dreaming type experience. And I got to go with many of my teammates to that event, and it was such a wonderful celebration. And once you go, then you have to earn it. And once you go as a new MD, you have to earn it. And so it really does make people work really hard because it's phenomenal. And I want to say too that if you're not utilizing your mentors and learning from them, success leaves clues. And I have to say that this business truly is a copycat business. The system's in place, it works. If you just find that mentor or a group of them to say to them, I'm ready to take my business to the next level. What do I need to do? Will you help me? They will help you because they're invested in you. And many of these people that don't even earn a dime on my team continually pour into me. And so, I am so forever grateful for that. It makes me want to rise up to be a better leader so that I can be more to help my teammates to be realizing their goals and dreams. And we did get to that 100 Club this year, which was super exciting. And it was something that it was kind of like those, but what is really cool is the only way that this can happen is by helping other people realize their dreams and for them to rise up within the marketing plan. I see Nikki and Chris's name down there. I love that on that 100 Club banner. But just real quick, this is my progression. I want to show you, and we're nearing the end here, but I just want to show you how fast things moved for me. After 2010, when I made an MD, I was stuck. Okay, that's when I had I had to change my mindset. It wasn't until March of 2015 that I hit 24 Club. Then things really started to ramp up, and you just watch how things moved and by increasing 75 qualifiers in 2 years. And look at what's happened with building national marketing directors. I had one that made it in 18 months. She was a person who 2 months into the business, her husband left her. Homeschool mom of 5 kids. She said, Wendy, I have to make this work or I need to leave my kids and go get a job. They're going to have to put them in school. And I said, all right. We rolled up our sleeves and we made it happen. And she was able to support her family. And you just see, I had another one that made it in 2 years and 4 months. And then, my most recent one was 4.5 years. But I will tell you, people can get there fast if they want to. And, we have more that are rising up through the marketing plan, and our story keeps changing, and yours can too. And I love this quote from Zig Ziglar. I feel like this exemplifies our marketing plan and our company and who we are. If you can help other people to have what they want, or you can have everything you want in life, if you just help enough other people get what they want, you will have everything that you want. And these are my leaders. These are my board of directors. These are the people that I get to pour into. And they are rising up their own leaders as well. And it's just been, there's a story behind each one of these beautiful faces that really does bring me to tears when I think about the health changes, the financial changes. The woman in the orange, her name is Ashley Hudson. I think she has 150 customers. She didn't think she'd ever have a child. Now she's pregnant with her second one. She's paid $50,000 in debt off this year. I mean, incredible, incredible stories. And this business has enabled me and my husband to make a life, not just a living. That's one of my mentors' books, Kurt Beavers. I highly recommend it. We get to design our work around our life. We get to design our life. We can work from anywhere in the world. You know, that picture of us skiing on the slopes, while everyone else is at school and work during the week on Wednesdays, we're on the slope skiing, making memories as a family. This is our life. And I just encourage you to think, what do I want more of? Because if you look at this next, this is kind of my summary here. You know, my question to you is, what do you want more of in life? And, you know, I get to help pay for my kids' college and help them to realize their dreams. We love to give to missions. It's our goal to help build churches in underprivileged countries. We love to travel as a family and make memories. And I just see an abundance of this as we move into the later years of our life and experiencing wonderful memories with our kids and grandkids and being able to say yes more often. And so you also can become a story changer. You can change your own story through changing the stories of many, many other people and making a lasting impact and really embracing this mission of a lifetime. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. I appreciate the opportunity of being here with you tonight.
Oh my gosh, Wendy. It's no wonder you have the incredible team and organization that you do. You're amazing. And you know what I loved about everything that you just shared with us is that it's the basics. You know, you did the basics. You just did your DMO. You did everything that we all know that we need to do. And Nikki says, can you stop this screen share? And although I love looking at that rainbow, and yes, you just did the activity over and over and over again and built an incredible community. So I'm so grateful for you taking this time tonight, Wendy. And I thank you for staying up late, and this was worth every minute. And if everyone can just unmute themselves and say a big thank you to Wendy. This was so wonderful.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
And share with your team. Thank you.
Really valuable.
Thank
you. That was awesome.
Wendy.
Thank you so much.
Anybody can do it, right, Wendy? Woohoo!
Glad we were able to get the screen share working.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Wendy.
That's awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.